Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am trying to make sure I know everybody that attends. I always record our attendees for us. And unfortunately, I do have to keep the mask on today. We do have our friend Jackie over here. Trusty note taker, make sure we don't miss anything. Okay, so this is great. It looks like at home at the moment we have 16 households with us, some in other states. So hello to our Florida friend out there. We like to see that, people staying engaged while they are out of town. That is great. All right, 17 people here. I will go with that. It's 2:01. Welcome today, November 3rd. We know what today is, a beautiful sunny day. And I did send out the agenda, so hopefully you have that to follow along. I tried to be detailed so you could just go right along with us. So first I will go to the activity and event calendar highlights. First, to touch on our sign-up sheets. We are using these sign-up sheets very diligently now, as we did last month as well, but now that it is cold and most things do happen inside, the sign-up sheets are that much more important. So it allows us to know how many people to set up for, how many tables to have out, how spaced apart we need to be. And as you know, unfortunately, there is still that 10-person limit indoors. So the sign-up sheet's really crucial. And then for some things, we do have a wait list too. So if you are canceling your attendance in a fitness class or the drawing class, whatever it might be, it is really nice if you can let us know as soon as possible, and we could extend the invite to somebody on the wait list too. So aside from that, making sure that we are meeting the number requirements and being properly set up for you, these sign-up sheets are crucial too. If we ever were to experience cases here at the Cedars, that we would be able to track who was at that activity too, and was anybody exposed at that activity and so on. So a very crucial piece in contact tracing if we ever needed to do that, but knock on wood. Okay, so moving right along. Oh, and the sign-up sheets for all of November are just about in there. They will be in there by the end of the day. So if you ever notice we're missing a sign-up sheet, feel free to let us know. Some things do get missed, but I think we are pretty well up to date for the month. And thank you for your help with that if we ever do miss something. So cruising through the calendar here, I have it to look at just in case I miss stuff. Your typical exercise classes, all of you have the links to the Zoom versions of it. So you'll see on our sign-up sheets now, we have one column of in-person, one column of Zoom. That's helpful too. And also, I will say that your links will be changing after November. With our Zoom account, you can only have so many Zoom meetings in there at once. So I will need to expire those links and start new links for you in December. So those links are current that you have now. I recommend saving that to a Word document and saving it on your desktop so you can access it at any time. And then I will let you know when those change, and they will change for December. So got to keep us on our toes a little bit more. So upcoming next week, we have a patriotic music hour. So we will be spaced out in the living room. It will be very interesting, our first indoor music event. And of course, we will only be able to have 9 people at once in there. So it will be in the living room with Cheryl Beauchamp on the grand piano, and that piano needs to be played. So that will be Tuesday, the 10th. It will start at 4 o'clock, and the sign-up sheet is in there, which will space you out according to cottage number, like we are used to seeing lately. So that's on the 10th. And at that time, we will, of course, recognize our veterans, and we have 11 of them now. So I am looking forward to putting together the Veterans Day display, and I have pictures from some of my veterans, but I would like to gather more, my veteran residents. And on the back of your calendar, you have just kind of some notes to go along with your activities too, including the list of the veterans. So that's nice to see. You will notice on your calendar Puzzle Fridays. So that is this Friday the 6th and Friday the 20th. So check your mailboxes just for some fun puzzles to work on at home for your leisure. So just for fun there, a little extra thing for you. Afternoon movie. We thought we would try this because the Alzheimer's themed movie did receive a good turnout. And so we thought we would just try a fun movie. So I will get some kind of announcement out in regards to a summary of the movie, runtime rating, all of that, but it's called Quartet, and it is on Friday. Whoa, Friday the 13th. I didn't realize that. Friday the 13th at 2 o'clock. So again, sign up for that, and the sign up sheet's in the book. And then on November 24th, we do have another pizza grab and go that was very well attended. So a lot of people got their pizza that night, and it was easy for us to organize it for you and make it quick in and out, so that no one was waiting around too long or anything like that. So it was very much enjoyed, and we will do that again in November on the 24th. And so be sure to sign up for that as well. Those are the kind of the out of the ordinary type things on your calendar. You do see bingo there on the 9th and the 23rd. So another one, be sure you sign up for that. Just an update on attendees. We have 29 households with us. So again, a great turnout, and I always try to get everybody's names. Oh, I forgot my little housekeeping note. For questions, concerns, comments, we use the Q&A box. So if you have any kind of question or comment of any kind, go ahead and utilize the Q&A box. You should be able to access that at the bottom of your screen. And just trying to catch up on our attendees here. Great. Lots of people out there. I am sorry I'm keeping you inside today. We should not be inside right now with this nice weather. Okay, that was all I had though for the activities section, and I don't see any questions in the Q&A box yet, but if you think of something, by all means, put it in there now or whenever. Moving right along to the sales and marketing update, and just an update on how we are proceeding with our tours in regards to the visitor restriction lift. Now, in terms of that loosening of restrictions, our touring procedures have remained the same in place. So for our tours, people coming to inquire, we do a screening on the phone before they arrive, whether it's the day of or the day before, and we ask them symptom-related questions. And when they arrive, we do screen them before they actually enter the main part of the building here in the clubhouse. So we continue our screening guidelines with them. And then when they are here, we only do one tour of a cottage per day. So for instance, 25 is available. We only show 25 to one group at a time. The only thing that somewhat has changed is that before there was a restriction of you could only bring 2 people at a time to tour. So that has been lifted. And we kind of take it case by case with that. So we wouldn't like to see a large group here, but if there was 3 people, we would allow 3 people. So with that, we try not to do more than 1 tour a day, period, because generally that means they are sitting in the office and that they are around the common spaces. And that seems to have worked out well for us. But there is no shortage of tours. You all have seen Jackie running around to all of the cottages, and she's doing a great job. With that, a big welcome to Jerry and Mary, who I believe are on our Zoom call right now. So welcome, Jerry and Mary. And they are in cottage number 44. And they moved in when 2 crazy people were running around on a golf cart, handing out beer and wine. So what a day to join us, and welcome, and thank you for joining the meeting. We have 1 cottage reserved right now, cottage number 54, which leaves us with some available cottages and 1 upcoming availability. Available cottage of number 10 and number 25. And then the upcoming cottage is number 58. And you have updated site maps from Jackie if you wanted to put that all together of where those are. And that is it for the sales and marketing update. In terms of events, you know, it's an interesting time to try to plan marketing events. We do plan for some 2021 webinar series, virtual kind of like this kind of meetings with our folks. And we are hoping for some spring, summer in-person events, but it's kind of up in the air right now. And that's why Jackie put so much effort into build those connections with the people that we already know, and that makes a big difference. Actually, I'm going to go to the Q&A box because I think I have one from the activities section of the meeting. So just to back up, answering an activities question, what is the name of the movie being shown? And it is called Quartet. Here you are. It's called Quartet. A good cast lineup there, and I have seen it. It is it's a good movie. So I'll give you a little summary though. On paper, we'll send something out for you. So that's the name of the movie. That is all of the updates for sales and marketing as well. So if you have any sales and marketing questions, you could type those in the box for us. 31 attendees at home at this point. So welcome everyone if you are joining us late. And I will add that this is being recorded. Unfortunately, I was not able to record the dining one apparently, but this is recording. I'm looking at it recording right now. Okay, I don't see anything in the Q&A box still. I'm going to move forward. It's okay if you put it in there and I have to go back though. So just some dining reminders. Tomorrow is the big day. So we are reopening the dining room for in-person dining tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I am not able to access who has made reservations, what time, all of that at this moment. Usually I can have Anne Marie tell me that information pretty quickly if we need it. At last check, it was almost full for yesterday, or I'm sorry, for tomorrow. I don't know if that is still the case, and maybe it's full now. So we will probably learn a lot this week in terms of how that reservation piece works. So it's, you know, it's kind of, well, we are watching to see how it goes this week, and hopefully that, you know, the reservations work as they are supposed to. And as it stands in the dining room now, all of the extra chairs have been removed. So if you peek in there, you can see what the setup is. And you will notice the square tables are put together to make rectangles. There's 3 tables like that. And then there are 2 booths being used, as well as the 2 large round tables and the smaller round table all being utilized. So it will be interesting. We do maintain the 6 feet physical distance between folks of different households. So I think that will be the most interesting part. And we will really take it day by day and kind of week by week as we see what we are getting. And if we need to expand seating, for instance, into the billiards room and into the cafe, if there is that level of interest, we will certainly assess and expand as needed. So the next couple weeks will be very interesting in dining. And I did send out as detailed as I could be from our dining meeting last week, which was a great meeting, and thank you to those that attended that. You have those minutes now, and that is a meeting that unfortunately the recording didn't work. So try to be very detailed in those minutes and just let me know if you have any questions about any of those topics whatsoever. And that's really it for dining. So again, if you had any questions at all, go ahead and put them in the Q&A box, even if it's for later in the agenda and you just are thinking of it now and don't want to lose it, because I know that happens to me. Okay, moving to the director's update, and I have some fun things to show you. I can share my screen and stuff, so it'll be interesting. Okay, I did want to just talk about the Rivertown Holiday Drive. I sent out that information last week, and it was a lot at once, so I apologize to those of you, especially new people that don't know anything about Rivertown. That was probably a lot of information. So Rivertown is a UMRC partner community. It is in the heart of downtown Detroit. You can see the river from Rivertown. And it's a beautiful building, and they do have an independent living area. They also have a PACE day program, and then they have Rivertown Assisted Living. So it does serve all low-income individuals. And like I said in the email and on some of the sheets, Julia, who is the executive director over there, has told me many times that some of those residents really arrive with nothing. So the assistance that they get from the Cedars over the years, because at this point it has been a long-standing partnership, which is incredible. In the recent past, we have made them the welcome baskets. We have collected their needed items, and we deliver them. And so I guess it was over a year ago at this point that we took a group to actually go and tour Rivertown so that more of us could understand the services that are provided there, what it's like. So that was a really meaningful tour that we received from Julia that day. And we look forward to a time where we can do that again, because I think there would be some more interested parties. But I want to share my screen so I can go over these documents with you. There was some questions of what exactly they are supposed to do. So this is the main flyer here. So we are doing a holiday drive. So essentially you can participate 3 ways. You can give us cash to buy any of these items, which some of you have done. Number 2, you can buy any of these items that you want. So maybe you want to go and buy toothbrushes and toothpaste, maybe a pack of twin sheets. Maybe you want to buy some hairbrushes and combs. You can just a la carte buy those items and give them to me. That's great. And then the third option is you can make a welcome basket. So the welcome basket, and I have to credit Heidi Ford for this. She might not want the credit, but really this was her idea and she started it. So it is really a basket that they get the day of their move-in that can kind of bring them some comfort for the first couple days that they are there. So go to the next document, how to make a basket. So the idea, if you want to make a basket, is not to buy is not to donate a few of these items. It's really helpful if you commit to making the full basket, which is everything on this list. And you can get all of these items at the dollar store. So, you know, these don't need to be extravagant or high cost things, because it's meant to just get them through the first couple days, a couple snacks, you know, really needed items like a hand soap, something like that. So you'll see here just one of most of these items. Occasionally there's a 2 item number 9 there, your fun items, and then 2 extra food items. So the idea, if you're doing a welcome basket, is that you do the entire basket. But if you don't have a basket and you need help putting the basket together to make it look nice and pretty, like Heidi and Felicia are so good at, then sign up for one of the time slots on November 16th to have us help you put together your basket. So I meant to have a final product picture, which I can get for you here. So we do need kind of men themed baskets, women's themed baskets, and just kind of unisex. That is always helpful. Complete basket. This is a great example. So, you know, I hear people say, oh, well, I can't make it look like that. I can't put it together. Just bring all of your items. Bring your mug, your snacks, your puzzle book. Bring all of the items you got in a normal, your shopping bag, whatever it is. And we will give you the basket. We will help you wrap it in this cellophane. We will give you the flower and ribbon and the welcome tag from Char Larson to make it look really pretty. So the welcome tag, it's so nice. Welcome to Rivertown from your friends at the Cedars of Dexter. So they know that, hey, this other community is reaching out and they want us to feel welcome here when they move in. So Julia has spoken so highly of these baskets and what they mean to people when they move in. So, and we would love to help you put it together. So that's on the 16th. There's 20-minute time slots where we'll help you put everything together. And those are in the sign-up book right now. So hopefully that kind of cleared up some of the questions. If not, feel free to come to me directly and I can assist you. I'm going to stop sharing now for a moment. I believe we have a question popping up. Okay, this question, I wish I had a better answer. If we want to give you money, to whom should we make out the check? So I have encouraged to give cash because it's that much easier for me to just go right away to the store and use it to buy the items. So what I need to do is find out from Julia if we can write Rivertown a check directly. There might be an issue with us doing that. The other option, if you are not comfortable giving me cash, you can write the check out to Cedars of Dexter. There will just be an added step that could take a little bit longer for me to get access to that money is all. So, but whatever you are comfortable with is the, you know, going to be the right way for you. So people have given me cash. I will be able to very easily and very quickly utilize that when I go on my shopping trip. You can write a check to the Cedars of Dexter if that is your preferred method. Good question. Okay, that covered that topic. It's kind of complicated. Sorry, everyone. Okay, I noted on here the speed limit throughout the community. I'd heard from a couple residents that there was some people driving perhaps a little bit too fast. I was told some history I wasn't aware of, that at one time there was speed limit signs in the community. You know, to me, 20 does seem a little fast through here. But, you know, we just all need to keep in mind that we have a lot of people walking around here, not just our residents, but now we also have our kids on the golf carts later in the evening. So, you know, aside from our housekeepers and our maintenance folks that are very used to driving those golf carts, taking into consideration the other folks now getting into these later evening hours when they're delivering, it could be dark. So please be very careful when you are driving and take it slow around here. And this is a general reminder too. It's a general reminder that all of the staff has received as well, because we realize there are many people driving through the community some days, and it could be a vendor, it could be staff members. So just a general reminder to be extra cautious driving around and to slow down. Another veterans reminder, just if you are one of my veterans out there, please get me your picture so I can make our display. And I so enjoy seeing those pictures. And I know all of our residents and neighbors and our team members enjoy seeing those as well. Okay, I did want to touch on visitors in the clubhouse. And as you know, there are still not allowed, we are still not allowed to host your visitors in the clubhouse at this time. So, you know, we don't expect to see any family members here. Unfortunately, you know, one day there will be a time where we see grandkids swimming in the pool and, you know, we get to enjoy those sounds again, but we are just not there yet. And with that, we have noticed that occasionally a resident will open the door for a visitor. As you know, you all have your key fobs, but if we invite a vendor here to give us a quote for something, if we have a tour set up that is planned, so there's different people that could be coming here that will not have access to the clubhouse. And I just want to remind our residents to not open the door for visitors. It's such a natural response for us to open the door for someone that needs in, because why wouldn't we in normal circumstances? But I do need to ask residents just to remember that there is a screening process in place that we do before people even enter the building. And all of the people coming to our building, we are aware of them in advance and have also asked them certain questions in advance. So there could be people that just show up and aren't aware of any of that, and that actually we would not let in. So just a general reminder that there are no visitors in the clubhouse, and in order to be as safe as possible, refrain from your natural response and please do not let any of the visitors in, but instead come and find myself or Jackie or Jim, who know those screening protocols and who know who's supposed to be coming and going. And then we will take care of that. Okay, another thing I will share my screen for. Still no questions in the Q&A. We are keeping up there. Recently, a resident asked, after Nicole Magg's town hall recently in October, and she kind of covered cases, number of cases at a high level organization wide, and somebody inquired, where can I find detailed information of COVID cases within UMRC and Porter Hills? So I'm going to show you where you can find this information very easily. So I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, so we are going to go to the main UMRC site, which is my homepage, but it's just www.umrc.com. And right here at the top, you have COVID updates. Those would be any kind of memo released by Steve Fedico goes in that area. But there's this area here, daily COVID-19 reports. So I will click that. So UMRC in Porter Hills, if it is a care area, which means a skilled nursing area or assisted living, we are required by the state of Michigan to post any COVID case changes, whether it's a positive or negative or testing, it's been conducted within 12 hours of that change. So you could go on this area and see very detailed information almost day by day. If there's not an update for each day, it means there was not a change. So today, these numbers were updated, and you can see right now, Chelsea Retirement Community has 0 cases. Great. Skilled nursing areas, which we do have at Chelsea Retirement Community, as well as at Porter Hills Village and Grand Rapids, they require weekly testing. So these numbers down here, cumulative testing results, will change often. If the positivity rates rise in the county, so in Washtenaw County, if a positivity rate went above a certain amount, they would be required to do testing twice a week. So it's dependent upon positivity rates in the area. But if you were checking this, you would notice, oh, wow, they've really done more testing this week or whatever. So just a little bit so you understand those. And in the cumulative numbers, you can really see the effects that we have seen from COVID-19 since March. So you could scroll down and you can see all of the communities. Cedars of Dexter, we love those zeros. And you know, every day it could be a little different. And then again, if there's not a day, that means there was no changes that day. So, and then you see the previous reports. I'm pointing with my finger like you can see my finger. Now I realize you can't. So it was updated yesterday. I don't know what the changes were yesterday, but you could go through and see all the way back to April if you wanted to. So, but the cumulative data there gives you the greatest results. They only do the cumulative data for CRC and Porter Hills Village. Those are the areas that have skilled nursing areas, which have the greatest amount of requirements that they have to report to the state. So I just wanted to share that with you all if you were ever curious about that. And it's, you can go there anytime, www.umrc.com. COVID-19 daily reports to see that. Okay, nothing in our Q&A box. We are keeping up here and moving forward. Excuse me, I'm gonna just take a quick drink. Okay. Okay, you may have noticed the stickers, property of Cedars of Dexter, please do not remove. We have been noticing our little squirt bottle sanitizers disappearing. It's not hard to get refills of sanitizer, but it is hard to get these sanitizers with the little pumps. So we actually were not able to get any the last time we needed them. So what we have right now is all that we can get at this moment. Anyways, it changes very often, but we ask that you do not remove the hand sanitizers from the clubhouse. And they are needed in so many areas. We need them in each office, by the sign up areas, the library, multiple in the library, and especially with dining opening, we want them to be accessible in those areas as well. So please do not remove. Okay, last thing on the director's update. I don't think I had this on your agenda at home. So UMRC and Porter Hills have been affiliated now for over a year, and they feel that it's now a good time to come up with a joint mission statement and vision. UMRC has had the same mission statement for many years now, and vice versa. Porter Hills has a much different mission statement. So now that our two groups have come together for this length of time, they feel it's appropriate to merge the values and come up with a shared mission and vision. And with that, James Kelly, the Chief Sales and Marketing Officer for UMRC in Porter Hills, is looking for 5 to 10 residents from each community to participate in a focus group. So they'd like to kind of share ideas, Zoom meeting format style, share a PowerPoint. You would see, what's the vision or what is the current mission statements for both, and get an idea of where their thinking is in terms of the direction they'd like to go. And it's really a time to gather any feedback from our residents. So if you are interested in participating in such a focus group, please let me know, and I will pass that along to James Kelly to get you involved. They do hope to do that in November and December. So just let me know if you are interested in that. So those are the director updates. And if you have any questions about anything, go ahead, put them in the Q&A whenever you think of it. 32 attendance at home. I'm missing someone on my list. I can't figure out who it is. Okay, so I'm moving to the maintenance section. Some of you have probably noticed that Jim is not here. So any urgent work orders, I know he had a couple in his box. If you have anything urgent going on, please come to me directly. You will also notice if you call the, I have a tickle, excuse me. If you call the emergency on-call phone, that is routed directly to me right now. So anything urgent, please let me know and we will be sure to take care of you. So Jim is off, feeling under the weather, and we have to take that a little bit more seriously than we maybe would have a year, 2 years ago now. So Jim is off, but let me know if you have something serious going on. These were put on my agenda when I thought I was going to have Jim here with me to share. So I will do the best that I can, but usually I leave my meetings without Jim with some questions for Jim. So the water heater project is complete. I do know that. And we're just happy to have that done and happy to not have to worry about that at all. I shared with some of you that before this round of replacements, we had replaced 24 water heaters already, and 18 out of the 24 were found actually leaking or burst. So that was why once we had that number of water heaters start leaking, that we really felt it was time to just go ahead and replace all of them. So we are happy that that is now done. The painting update I was not able to get. I do not think they are done painting the porches. And that was one that I was waiting to hear from Jim about, but we will have some nice weather this week. So if they need to continue painting, this would be a great week to do it. Upcoming projects was another one I thought I would have Jim here for. Excuse me. It's just a tickle from talking too much. This happens to me all the time. Okay, so upcoming projects, by the time I get minutes out, I'm sure I'll be able to talk to Jim, and if there's upcoming projects you need to know about, I will include them in the minutes. And a staffing update here. So Jim is off. Unfortunately, Miles, who started with us in October, is no longer with us. He did end up going back to the schools to work, which is where he came from. And so he decided to continue working at the schools. Luckily, we had a plan B in place prior to Miles. So we were able to quickly shift gears and go to plan B. And we do have another maintenance technician that will be starting with us Thursday or Friday. His name is Colin, and you will see him around. If Jim is not here through this week, then Colin will go to the Pines. The position, again, as a reminder, is 3 days at the Cedars, 3 days at the Pines. So, I'm sorry, 2 days at the Pines. So he may just end up working there if Jim is not here, so I don't, you know, just send him off wandering. But his name is Colin. He has done maintenance for many years of his life, and he has done maintenance in a very similar retirement community as well. So we are confident that he will quickly know and understand the expectations that we have here, and knowing him as a person, I think he will fit in well and be another friendly face here at the Cedars. So you will see him very soon. I do have something in the Q&A box. Kudos to the cleaning staff for cleaning up after the water heater installers during their weekly visit. Oh, good. Well, I'm sorry they had something to clean up after from them, but I'm glad they took care of that for you. Okay, so I'm on to the good of the order, which was a little bit different when we all met in person. So I did get to check in with Paul from the Cedars Care Response Team. That is the CRT. For our new residents out there, the CRT Care Response Team is a resident-ran volunteer group that provides assistance of all kinds to our residents. So it's meant to assist folks on a temporary basis if they are recovering from a surgery and they need meals delivered. If they are, again, recovering from an illness and need their dog walked, or they need to be driven to an appointment, or they might need medicine picked up. So it is resident volunteers helping their neighbors on a temporary basis during a time of need. And what they also do is report to the rest of the community with permission if someone has went out to the hospital or if someone is recovering and that kind of thing. So you haven't seen any postings from them lately, that means that's usually a good thing. No activity, no one has been to the hospital or anything like that, but just general comments that Paul has received that, you know, they're grateful for their neighbors helping each other, and a positive sentiment about the group and what the group is. So Paul and Connie Schubert kind of head that up here at the Cedars. So any of our newer folks, if you're interested in learning more about that, Paul and Connie would be your best resources. And Paul did catch me for our quick update for this. So did just want to touch on book club. And if you were in the book club before COVID, we did go ahead and get you a new book to read. So books were distributed, I believe, last week. And there will be a book club meeting to discuss those books. The first week of December, I'm just looking that up again here. The book club meeting will be December 3rd at 3 p.m. And they do plan to have that as a Zoom offering as well as in person. So our former book club members have received that book. If you are interested in joining the book club and would like that book, just let us know. We do have some extra copies. Okay, we don't have any questions going on right now, but now's the time to put in the Q&A. Questions of any kind right now. And while we wait for questions of any kind, I'm going to go to our first moment of positivity. And I always have to show you all the kids. So let me find this for you. Always have to have the kid update. One of these times you'll get real sick of this. So couple things. So I did go trick-or-treating with my niece and nephew and my sons. And I'll show you our costume first, if it opens for us. So we were a trolls group. So everyone even got the husband to wear the Trolls costume. My person is Queen Barb, and this is Cameron, and he is Branch. And these two are kind of a duo. My husband, Casey, is Biggie, and Noah is Mr. Dinkles. So this is the Trolls group. It's a kid movie. It's a silly, fun movie. So we love a family costume. So trick-or-treating here in Pinckney, you can see it was a beautiful night. We had just a great sunset from about 6 to 7. It was still kind of warm and nice out. And I was really surprised and felt very safe. Oh, I have to just show my niece and nephew. This is my niece, Blakely. I believe she's Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Shaggy is Rowan, my nephew, Cameron, and Noah again. So we had a great time with the cousins. But I was very pleasantly surprised with the way in which they were handing out candy, which made us feel so safe. So most of the houses put tables away from their garage, away from the people, and had their candy spread out, much like we did here in the clubhouse. So you never got within 6 feet of someone, and you weren't grabbing candy that a lot of people have touched. And then the other way they were handing out candy was through these candy chutes. So the person up here at the top put a piece of candy down the chute, and they got to catch it in their bag. So it was a whole new fun element of trick-or-treating that was very safe. So just a couple more of those. We had the double chute here. This one was really neat. There we are again. So it was neat to see just the ways in which the communities have adapted. Again, there's been so much adapting, but have adapted to make that holiday doable and safe for families all around. It was just nice to see, and we really did feel safe doing it. And the kids had a great time, and when you're going with kids that young, they don't last too long anyways. So a beautiful night, and everyone was happy. I am going, oh, thank you. Just Noah is cute. I agree. Okay. So we hope this works. Oh, wait, one more thing to share my screen. Whoops. We just got this today in the mail. Oops. We just got this today from our Alzheimer's group. So get this. They sent us this sign, which I believe we put out in the front, right? Yeah. Okay, so we put this out in front of the clubhouse because the Cedars reached champion level from our donations, which was just over $500. So here's our sign. And Jackie, of course, who has helped us coordinate everything. So in addition to the sign, need to find a neat home for our Champions Medal Champions Club. So this comes off of this. I haven't removed it yet, but we need a really neat place to display our medal. So a big thank you to everyone out there that donated, joined us on the Purple Parade, came to the concert fundraiser, and participated in any way, even if you just talk to your family members about it, because that spreads awareness. So thank you, and we have to display our medal somewhere. Okay, I still do not have anything in the Q&A. I am going to our last moment of positivity, which is a guest, and I have this just in case. So we hope we can hear Marge once I find her on our list. So Marge Becker has some humor to add to our day in such a crazy time. So Marge, I think you can unmute yourself.
Okay.
We got you.
All right. You ready?
We're ready.
Well, how's your level of positivity and your mood, and how are you coping? Are you tired of feeling like a captive? Is your silver so clean that the sparkle hurts your eyes? Have you zoomed till your head is spinning? Is there any game you've played without winning? Is your bottom side rusted from rest? Does the dog and cat think you're the pest? It looks to me like you're doing your very best. But if you're not an addict and feeling down, I'll share with you the perfect COVID test. I want you to pour a glass of red wine and try to smell it. If you can smell the wine, then drink it and see if you can taste it. If you can taste and smell it, that confirms you don't have COVID. Last night, I did this test 19 times and all were negative. Thank the Lord. Tonight, I'm going to do the test again because this morning I woke up with a headache and I feel like I might be coming down with something. It makes me a little nervous. Thanks.
Thank you, Marge. We can all use a little humor. Thank you very much. That was Marge's idea. That was not mine. All right, thank you, Marge. And we are always hoping for help with our moments of positivity. So if you ever have an idea, please let me know. And some people did come to me with other ideas already, so that's great. And you know, we have to be very creative now that we're on Zoom like this. So thank you to Marge. I don't have anyone else in my Q&A right now, but I know we did cover a lot on that agenda. If there is anything that we missed, if there's anything you're wondering about or need clarification on, please let me know and we will follow up with you. Other than that, I hope you have a great day. It is beautiful. Go take a walk. Don't watch the news all night and be healthy and well. Bye.